My coworkers tried sabotaging my job, so I exposed everything. Let me set the scene. I work in a mid-sized tech company in Austin, Texas. It's one of those open-plan office spaces where you can feel everyone's eyes on you all the time. It's supposed to encourage collaboration, but mostly it breeds competition and gossip. There's about a dozen of us in this team, and 5 months ago, I got promoted to project lead. At least on paper, it felt like a big deal, but in reality, I was walking right into a snake pit. It all started with little things. My reports mysteriously disappeared from the shared drive, emails I never received, and whispered conversations that fell silent as soon as I entered the break room. I'd catch up with my manager Sarah at Starbucks, waving my iced caramel macchiato a bit too enthusiastically, like I was trying to convince myself that everything was fine, but my gut told me something was seriously off. Then, one Monday morning, I got CC'd on an email thread that wasn't meant for me. It was from my coworker, Amanda, who was basically the Regina George of our office. She'd accidentally included me in a message to our team, talking smack about how I was completely unqualified and only got the lead role because she's a woman. Oh, the irony of trying to exclude me and failing at it. My face was literally burning with rage and embarrassment. Turns out, this was just the tip of the iceberg. Amanda and a few of her sidekicks were meeting up after work at Applebee's of all places, plotting ways to make me look bad in front of the execs. The whole thing felt like high school all over again. But this time I wasn't going to just take it. I began collecting evidence, screenshots, emails, anything that could back up my experience. I even recorded a few of those whispered convos on my phone after hours. Once I had enough to make my case, I reached out to HR. I didn't drop it all on them at once though. Instead, I arranged a meeting with Lisa from HR, someone who I'd always seen as fair. Over a couple of weeks, I laid out everything I'd gathered. Lisa's face went from polite interest to jaw-dropped shock as I revealed just how deep the cattiness ran. The suspense was killing me though. HR investigations always take time, and every day felt like walking on a tightrope. My anxiety was through the roof, and I constantly checked my inbox for any news from Lisa. Meanwhile, Amanda and her crew were still at it, oblivious to the storm heading their way. Finally, after what felt like forever, Lisa called me into her office and told me it was done. HR had scheduled a mandatory team meeting, which felt ominous even before I walked in. The room was dead silent, apart from the hum of the overhead projector. Lisa, alongside a couple of other HR reps, laid out the findings without naming me directly, but everyone knew what went down. Amanda and her crew were stunned, their faces flushed, as if all the blood had rushed to their cheeks in unison. Needless to say, the fallout was swift. Amanda was put on unpaid leave, pending further performance reviews, and her closest allies got stern warnings. The team dynamic shifted overnight. It was like breathing in fresh air after months of suffocation. The best part, the leadership team thanked me privately for handling it the way I did. It was as if a weight had been lifted off my shoulders. So here I am, still sipping my overpriced coffee at Starbucks, but now with a bit more peace of mind. Honestly, navigating workplace drama is exhausting, but sometimes standing up for yourself is the only way forward. The drama's not entirely over, but at least now I know I'm not fighting alone.